What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP here. Let's play Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2, Part 2. We are here in White Park Zone, Act 1, a snowblind wonderland. This is the first snow-themed level that we've actually seen in quite a while in the main series of games and a few of the spin-off games, such as Sonic and the Black Knight for the Wii, which is the second Wii, specifically made Wii Sonic game that they've seen in a while. That was made. That game had a snow-themed level in it, but that's not typically known as a part of the main series of games. And here's the Red Star Ring. What you have to do to get that Red Star Ring, and I'll talk more about the games in a moment. Once you jump off of the, once you come off of the snow from being chased by the snow, at the very height of your jump, you have to use the copter combo, or you will not make it. If you do not do that, you will have no chance of making it. So just keep that in mind. But for the main series of games, Sonic 06 in White Acropolis was actually the last snow-themed level. It was actually the first snow-themed level in a while. Now, those hermit crab type enemies that you've seen are called spikes. The bear that just attacked me is called Snowy, a newly developed polar bear type robot for cold regions, and the Spikes is a hermit crab type robot which has been newly developed for cold regions. So you'll only see Snowy and Spikes in a White Park Zone. You can see what he does there. The bears, Snowy can be knocked out. Instead of taking 3 homing attacks to knock out, you can just use the rolling combo to take him out in one hit, just like any other enemy. But Spikes, you have to be careful and kind of time when you're going to hit him. You can either roll into his face, but if you miss his face the first time, you will have to wait for him to retract it back into his shell, which will then take a little while before he will pop back out again. Oh. And then after he pops back out of his shell, he'll poke his head out of his shell. You won't be able to damage him until he pokes his head out all the way. But then he'll go back to sleep. He'll retract his claws, and then you'll be able to attack him. So if you notice there, that is the gimmick for one of the many gimmicks through this level, as well as the snowboarding. That is the first time we've actually seen snowboarding since Sonic Adventure, actually. But the animation and everything looks very similar to Ice Cap Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But one of the gimmicks is using the rolling combo through the snow, which actually works very well. While you can see here, it's similar to the Yellow Wisp's digging ability from Sonic Colors, and I know I haven't done that game before, but for people who have played that game before, it is actually very similar, except you cannot actually go up. You have to follow in a straight path, and you have to stay on the ground. But it still does take some of those physics, while not as many as most people may like, because you can't dig straight up like you can in Sonic Colors. But you can see even Tails gets a snowboard this time. It's not that often that Tails gets that kind of stuff, but with the better graphics, Sega was able to do more stuff like that. Don't worry about in this last stretch. Don't worry about falling off on the snowboard. You won't actually die until the end there. Again, just like in Episode 1, you want to take it easy leading up to the ring. If you know where the ring is, you want to take it slow. Don't worry too much about time while you're going through there. Just focus on trying to go after the special stage ring, especially at this stage in the game when it is a little bit harder to go after these types of things. You can see we are now going to go after the normal blue Chaos Emerald. The first Chaos Emerald that we get was a dark blue, or was a baby blue Chaos Emerald. And this is where things will definitely be getting harder. Like with most special stages, once you get past the third one, the fourth one is kind of that point where, okay, things are definitely starting to get harder now. needed 150. Good, I was able to do it by myself, but tails definitely did help. Now this one will give you a lot of trouble. You have to get 150, 250, and then 350 the entire way through. So you want to focus on collecting as many rings as you can back here, or through these first couple sections, so that you can easily get through this last section without having to do a whole lot. Let me see, I think there's... Okay, so this is one of those, you have to hurry up and try to collect all the rings, the ring type things. It's not really that important if you were able to collect a lot of rings through the... Oh, that sucked. Through the early sections, you'll very easily be able to get it, but you have to make sure that you collect a whole bunch of rings through the first and second portions of the special stage. And you can see you get the normal blue Chaos Emerald. This is actually where it'll deviate from the same colors of Chaos Emeralds from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The second Chaos Emerald or the fourth Chaos Emerald was actually the yellow one. I don't believe the dark blue one was introduced until Sonic 3. Two different colors of blue until Sonic 3, I'm pretty sure. You see White Park Zone Act 2, Sonic Coaster Rails, I believe is what it said. This is a theme park based area while you run around on roller coasters, and that will be the gimmick for here, dodging moving roller coasters and trying to maneuver around. Alright, sorry about that. I was dropping frames really rapidly, and I wanted to make sure that you could continue seeing it. So I did back up a little bit. If you notice the audio, I did kind of I didn't catch it quite quick enough, so I did have to back up a little bit. But you didn't miss anything, don't worry. I backed it up to the point where the frame started to drop. Still dropping frames pretty rapidly, sadly. But anyway, so the red star ring for here, as I was talking about the gimmicks, where you have to dodge roller coaster rails. The red star ring is actually pretty difficult to get here, and not a lot of people know exactly how to get it. So I will hopefully be able to show it off to you. You have to be careful about dying. But anyway, so oh crap. I don't believe I'll actually die if I fall down here, but just to make sure, or just to be safe, I should say. You can see this is kind of a blatant misuse of tails here, you know, being able to catch yourself like that, but that's what it's there for, you know. While I will try my best not to abuse it, like I won't abuse Supersonic when I be able to use him, just like I did in episode 1. I'll only use him once just to show it off. The next, you know, whichever level I get him in, but I won't abuse him like I did in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I still feel bad about that, and I am seriously thinking about doing a run where I don't use Supersonic at all. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm actually going to do that, but it is an idea that I would like to try out. So here you have to hide in this little alcove, I guess you could call it. That's another full bore. It does, except that one doesn't have spikes on its back. There is a red type of full bore that will come charging at you. I'm not sure if we missed it, like if it was in Sylvania. Oh crap! If it was in Sylvania Castle or not. I don't remember seeing it. It very well may have been, but this game will use its enemies. It will reuse a lot of its enemies, except for Snowy. I don't believe Snowy ever gets reused again outside of just the White Park levels. I shouldn't have passed the red star ring just yet. Okay, so there you go. You can see it right there. What you have to do is you have to get here and stop. No, I believe you run down. Ah, yes, you stop right here. No, damn it. You have to stop right there. Yeah, you just have to jump once you get on that boost. The boosting pad, or whatever you want to call it. You just have to get there. You have to jump as soon as you get to it. About right here. and then you just back up, and then you go backwards, you follow it back. You do have to be careful though, because there are a few springs that will catch you out. We'll just use tails here. Probably have to use the rolling combo, but just to make sure that we don't go into any springs that we may not want to hit. Okay, so we can actually use the rolling combo. Once you get to the top, you want to let off of it just so that you can maneuver it better. Watch out for this, the boosting wheels. Jump past the spring, and there you go. There's the red star ring. I will try to go after them if I can remember where they are. If I don't remember where they are, I will save those for a separate video. Oh, cool! You got 61 rings. I was afraid I wasn't going to get the necessary amount of rings to be able to show off the special stage, but I won't get a life bonus this time. But I'm happy that I was able to show off the how to get the red star ring, because it is not a lot of people know exactly where to get it. You have to backtrack, and not a lot of collectibles in the Sonic series actually force you to backtrack like that. So it is something good, useful to show off. So now in this one, there is I believe it's this one. You can loop through this section 3 times through this exact same route. If you notice, there was the end rings, the end, I guess the goal ring or whatever you want to call it. But you want to hit that spring. If you don't hit the spring, obviously you won't get enough rings to be able to continue. But you also, if you can ride through this, through each pass, you will be able to gain a whole bunch of rings, and that will help you out in the long run. You will be able to collect more than enough rings to help you out the rest of the way. Let me make sure I'm not dropping frames rapidly. Okay. So here we go. I have 180, 89, 183 by myself. That's always useful. The more you can gain through that section, the better off you'll be. So you get 200 rings here. You can see that dash that I was talking about. You being able to use. Again, you always want to try to go after the super rings if you can. They're not always that easy to go after, however, so you do want to be wary of where they are at all times. Because if you see big groups of them, like the two that I've passed, that will definitely help you out in the long run. Remember, these green electric diamonds won't hurt you, though. They just slow you down. So if you are trying to go through one of those timed sections, we have to collect so many rings within a time limit. You do want to be careful of those sections. And so you just get 300 rings. Remember, going through that first section 3 times will definitely help you out through this section. You won't have any trouble whatsoever. I even think this area is designed for you to do that. But you can see you have a handful of rings there just in case. Get 400. By myself, 19 with tails. It's that easy. See if we get the yellow Chaos Emerald. And that's about it. There's nothing else to it. It's always useful. Okay. Let me see. So we got 5 Chaos Emeralds, 2 more. We'll get the one in White Park Zone Act 3, and then we'll get the next one in the Oil Desert. And we shouldn't have any trouble with that. White Park Zone Act 3, Labyrinth at Absolute Zero. This one will be a heavy water-based level. There will be a lot of water that we have to go through. I think I'm going to cut here just to check the capture and everything. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure that the video behind this was still okay. It seemed okay to me. But anyways, as I was talking about, this is a heavy water-based zone, so if you're not good with the submarine combo, you better start getting used to it, because you will need to. Through a lot of this level, most of this level actually, there will be sections where you will have to use the submarine combo to escape traps. Now, those are called steel lions. They are seals that will freeze the water around them, and you cannot destroy the ice. Oh crap. 2, 1. Of course, never a bubble when you... Wow. Okay. there's usually never a bubble that comes out of those quick enough, but maybe that's just the old style of the old Sonic games, because I can remember in Labyrinth Zone, Aquatic Ruin Zone, even in Hydrocity Zone, a lot of the times you need a bubble and they'll never give you a bubble. But anyway, so you can see here several Steel Lions and crap. I don't believe they will actually freeze you in their ice. They will hurt you, obviously, and make it pain in the rear to try to get through here. I find a lot of the time actually just walking along the bottom helps you out the most. Yeah, it's really up to you. It's not that I have a problem per se with the submarine combo. It's just that I find it's a little bit too inaccurate while you're moving around to be able to use all the time. It definitely helps out while you're going through sections like this. You know, you can maneuver around pretty well. But maybe it's just because the water slows your movements down enough that it becomes a pain to use. I believe the Red Star ring is actually over here, if I'm not mistaken. I very well may be, though. Yeah, maybe this is just another path to get up and go up for. Let me see. We'll stay up anyway, just to stay out of the water and hope we can get through here a little bit faster and without losing as many rings. Oh crap! Okay. Always want to be careful whenever there's something coming down on you and you didn't see it the first time, as well as something that comes up from underneath you a little bit too rapidly. Oh crap! Okay, this is a section where you have to use the submarine combo just to dodge all of the Steel Lion's ice. Snowy. Snowy is definitely a character I'm not too fond of myself, really. Usually it will appear out of nowhere and mess me up and hurt me, make me lose all my rings in the worst areas. They usually stick him in the worst possible sections. I guess they think you'll use the rolling combo for speed, and so he won't actually affect you in any way. Sadly, that's not the case with me. I will say though, the music in this for this level, I really do like a lot. See if I can kill these. So okay, cool. You actually can kill the Steel Lions with the rolling combo. Except a lot of the time they're too high for you to be able to use the rolling combo like that. But but just keep that in mind. You can use them to maneuver around and kill them. Another section with the Steel Lion. You can see they freeze themselves in the ice, so that makes them a pretty useless enemy. They won't hurt you at all. Now you want to be careful while using the, but their ice will kill you if you do get crushed in between it. So you want to be very fast while you're going through sections like this. You can drop with Sonic just to try to move a little bit faster through slower sections like that. Would like a few more rings because I know this has got to be the end. Crap. That's not what I wanted to do. But you have to be careful about things like that. So it definitely looks like I won't be getting the rings that I needed, but oh well. I'm not going to complain too much. Just try to get through this section a little bit faster, though. You can actually get Tails up and going pretty rapidly with the submarine combo. See what's down here. I don't normally take that upper route, so I'm not too familiar with where exactly I'm heading. But oh well, we'll just go ahead and end the zone if that's the end. If this is the end of the zone, of course not. If you're in a section like this, you want to use the rolling combo, especially here, just to make sure that old Snowy doesn't mess you up. Now through this section, you want to be pretty quick because there's a lack of air through here. Surprisingly, another section where you have to race the Steel Lion's ice, and you have to race your own inability to breathe underwater. But if you take too long through that section, you will die no matter what, so you do want to be very careful. And obviously, because we have 50 rings, you do want to be careful while going through this section. Watch out for Snowy through here. Now, to cancel the rolling combo, you can... Oh, okay, so I guess this is the end. Yeah, there was a life down there that I missed by using the rolling combo, so you just want to be careful. If you need that life, it's nice that they stuck it there. You want to be careful through that section. Obviously, we got 50 rings, but if you do die through that section, you will not be able to get the... Without backtracking, you won't be able to get to the special stage, so you want to be very careful while going through that section. Just because of the spikes, you have to be quick as well. Navigating through the spikes as well as the Steel Lions is not fun, and it will... it does take a little bit of getting used to be able to learn the exact routes that you need to take. I'm not sure exactly how to get those 10 rings up top, but remember you can... Oh, wow. Okay, we'll retry again. I think I had to get 150 rings, but even if I don't need to get 150 rings, I still missed far too many rings going through that section, so yeah, 150. I'm not sure if the... Wow. The boost dash will actually help you get those higher up rings. I don't believe they will. But, you know, I guess it's worth a shot if you care about going up there for them. I want to be careful for these bombs, obviously. 100... Still didn't get a... This one is definitely one of the most difficult special... one of the more difficult special stages. Here, the last two are by far the hardest out of all the other special stages, so I probably should have went for those other rings there. But jumping early to try to get through there, that'll definitely help you out. You can see I got 154 by myself. That's again always useful to try to collect the necessary amount of rings by yourself instead of having to rely on Tails, because he seems to, even in this game, like to go for the bombs a lot, and that will definitely not help you out, so you want to be very careful. Here are some 10 rings, and missed the tag team rope thing. Oh, don't tell me I needed it. I thought I needed a 350 for some reason. 450. I probably won't get that because I got hit at the end. But here's another one of those. Hey, collect so many rings before time runs out things that I'm never good at. Probably should have ended up just going after that spring instead of... Yeah, definitely should have went for that spring instead of going down through this, through that section to try to collect these rings. I know I should use the dash, but it seems like whenever I use the dash, I end up missing some rings. Crap. Well, this is a good learning experience for everyone. I always have trouble with this one, though. This is, as I said, the last two are the hardest, and the last two are the ones that give me the most trouble while going through here. It seems like you can, if you jump early enough, you can, and I guess hold the jump button down, you can gain a bigger jump. You can also change the style, the way you jump by you can either tap it to do a slow hop to get over the bombs a lot faster, or you can do, I guess, a faster low jump, or you can hold it down to get a higher jump, which I didn't know about till just now. I was trying it out, so we get the team thing would definitely be useful for this section. Still not. I'm doing better collecting rings by myself, but still didn't improve on my time or on my ring amount from last time. But we'll go ahead and just get those. We'll go on that spring this time instead of missing it like crap. Well, doesn't look like I have a choice now. Oh, cool. It still looks like you just missed way too many rings while going through that section. I think I missed two, or Tails didn't hit him or something. Yeah, well, I know I missed a couple rings there, but we're doing okay anyway. Needed 450, got 470. Again, you can see how useful Tails is, but again, you just want to rely on yourself just in case there are some bombs littered around anywhere that Tails can lose his rings off of. But I'm not sure if Tails can actually lose his rings. I haven't been able to look up and actually see whether Tails loses rings if he gets hit by bombs. If Sega added that feature that Tails doesn't lose rings when he gets hit by bombs, that is definitely very useful, because they did keep you from being able to get rid of Tails, which helped out tremendously while going through Sonic the Hedgehog 2 while trying to go after those Chaos Emeralds. I didn't see what the bottom name of the level is, but again, there's a chance for 50 rings if you want to get them. So you can see Metal Sonic on the rocket that we used to get to the EGG station in Sonic the Hedgehog in Episode 1. So all you have to do is just dodge, similar to Starlight Speedway from Sonic CD. All you have to do is just dodge Metal Sonic's attacks and jump from rail to rail to miss a few of his more difficult attacks. You always want to be careful though whenever you can't see him, because you never know what he'll do or when he'll do it. Like he should have already attacked me by now. Just like every other enemy or boss fight, he does take 8 hits to defeat, so you want to be very careful, or you want to keep that in mind as we go along. He will do harder and harder things. You can see he's just charging at us right now, but then he will drop these electric attacks, which you'll have to dodge through by doing different things. And then he will begin to, you can see you have to kind of just do a low hop to dodge that, to just try to get in the middle, in between. And you think you can dodge that one. The homing attack definitely helps you out through here. This game, oh crap, damn it, I always mess that up. You can see he knocks out bits of the track, and that always messes me up. I never expect him to do it, and he does it so quickly that it's hard to dodge. We'll just use the rolling combo to get through here a little bit faster. Yeah, no harm using the rolling combo. This is definitely one of the hardest Metal Sonic boss fights outside of the Metal Overlord, which really didn't count. That wasn't truly Metal Sonic. That was the Metal Overlord. But just fighting Metal Sonic by himself, this is definitely one of the hardest boss fights we've ever had to do with Metal Sonic. So through this section, you can just stay right up against the screen, or the edge of the screen. You don't have to worry about slowing down for anything, just to get across here to attack Metal Sonic. But then the game will slow you down and push you back. I think he'll come charging at us from that. Yeah, there we go. He will charge at you from different tracks, so you do want to be careful. Even if you jump across to the other side, he still will attack you. Ah, crap! Jumped too low there. Yeah, it seems like if you do anything but homing attack him, if you do anything but homing attack him while going through that section, he will well, if you do anything but homing attack him when you're far on the left side of the screen, you will get hurt. But if you're right behind him and you use the jump dash, you won't get hurt. So you do want to keep that in mind while you're going along and fighting him. See, like back here, you can just use the jump dash to attack him. But if you try to use the jump dash from this side of the screen, if he's on the right side of the screen, it won't do anything, and you won't be able to hurt him, you'll just get hurt yourself, so you want to keep that in mind. Again, the game will artificially slow you down, which will hurt your ability to actually attack him. If you get to the other side of the tracks while he's doing any of these attacks, that will definitely help you out. Okay, so no, he's not gonna knock the tracks out, but he just does it so fast that it's kind of. You see, I try to use I guess I use the jump dash. You want to be very careful. I wonder if you can actually use the. Okay, you can. Cool. You want to pay attention to your button presses. Remember, he does take 8 other than the 10 that I said previously. So that's pretty cool. You can use the copter combo to dodge that. So that's I wasn't sure if they would actually be able to let you use the copter combo through this section. Again, the game will artificially slow you down through this section. What the hell? Ouch. Come on, give me some rings, buddy. Okay, you have to attack him while he's charging up. Right there. There we go. Boom. Defeated. Yes. That's pretty cool. And we even get to run on some snow. That's pretty cool. Remember, you can use the copter combo to dodge his attack where he knocks out the floor from underneath you. That's definitely very useful to know. I didn't think you could do that, and this boss has been giving me trouble. But there you go. That's White Park Zone. One of the better snow zones, I would definitely say. I like the Ice Cap from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but this one is definitely pretty fun to do. But anyway, so thanks for watching. The challenge of the video is how many times did I hit springs in both the White Park Zone Act 2 Sonic Coaster Rails and the boss fight Metal Sonic Strike. So how many times did I bounce from spring on the springs in both of these acts to change from the rail to rail? Thanks for watching. And next time we will be doing the Oil Desert Zone. So until then, later everyone.